You set the alarm. You meant it this time. You really did. You wrote the plan, you bought the gear. You were finally going to be different. It's 7:30, you're still in bed. The plan died before sunrise. You don't have a planning problem, you have a discipline problem, and it's the reason almost nothing you start ever finishes. This is Mr. Wrong, and he started over more times than he can count. New diet Monday, new routine next month, new life tomorrow. 6 reasons you have no discipline and how to actually build it. Stay until number 4. That's the one that explains why you keep failing even when you start motivated. And number 6 will free you from the version of discipline that's been making you feel like a failure this whole time. You start strong for about 4 days. Then one bad day hits and the whole thing collapses. You bought the gear, you made the plan, you set the alarm, you told your friends, and you still can't get yourself to do the thing consistently for more than a week. So you decide you're just lazy, that you weren't born with whatever discipline people have. You're wrong about all of it. Here's what's actually going on. The first thing you have to unlearn is what discipline even is. You think discipline means forcing yourself, gritting your teeth, white-knuckling through every morning. So that's what you try, and some days you win, most days you lose. Here's the truth nobody tells you. If it takes everything you have just to start, the problem isn't you. It's your setup. Willpower is a tool. It's the most expensive, least reliable tool you own. Disciplined people aren't pushing harder than you. They built a system that does most of the pushing for them. You're trying to force a boulder up a hill with your hands. They built a ramp, gave it a nudge, and let it roll. Same boulder, completely different amount of force. So stop measuring discipline by how hard you can force yourself. The goal was never more force. It's needing less of it. Build a ramp, then you barely have to push it all. One down, number 4 is the big one. Why motivation keeps betraying you no matter how strong you start. Stay with me. Here's why you're disciplined at 9 a.m. and a complete disaster by 9 p.m. Willpower isn't a personality trait. It's a battery, and it starts draining the second you wake up. Every decision drains you. Every temptation you resist drains it. Every should I or shouldn't I drains it. By the end of the day, the tank is empty, and that's exactly when you cave. You think the disciplined person has a bigger battery than you. They don't. They just waste less of it. They're not burning willpower deciding what to eat, when to train, what to wear. They decided all of that in advance. Decision made once, then automatic. Then it costs nothing. You're draining your whole tank on tiny choices, then wondering why there's nothing left for the big ones. So stop relying on a tank that empties by noon. Don't build more willpower. Spend less of it. Pre-decide everything you can. Automate it. Make the choice once so you never have to make it again. Save the battery for the things that actually need it. Here's a fight you will lose every single time. You versus a phone sitting 6 inches from your hand. You versus a cupboard full of junk you swore you wouldn't touch. You versus a TV glowing in the corner of your eye. It's not a willpower problem. It's a line of sight problem. And willpower always loses to what's within reach. Disciplined people aren't constantly resisting temptation. They removed it. So there's nothing left to resist. You can't out-discipline a donut you can't see, but you can not buy the donut. The willpower battle is won or lost before it starts, when you decide what's in the room. Make the good thing easy to reach, and make the bad thing a genuine pain to get to. Every minute you spend designing your environment, it saves you an hour of fighting yourself. Don't try to be stronger than temptation. Build a room where the temptation isn't there to fight. Remove the choice, and you'll never need the discipline. 3 down, the next one is the big one, why every goal you've ever set quietly fell apart. Here's the mistake underneath every failed stake. You set a giant goal. You lose 30 pounds, you write the book, get rich. You feel a huge spike of motivation for about a week. Then the goal is still far away. Today's tiny rep feels pointless, and you quit. The problem isn't the goal. It's that you bet everything on the goal instead of who you're becoming. A goal is a finish line 100 miles away. Today's step doesn't seem to move it. So your brain says, why bother? Disciplined people aren't chasing the peak. They're being a certain kind of person today. They don't think, I have to lose 30 pounds. They think, I'm someone who trains, so I train. The outcome is out of your hands. The identity is fully in them. I'm someone who shows up, survives a bad day. I want abs does not. Every rep is a vote for who you are. You're not trying to reach a number. You're proving, one small action at a time, that this is just who you are now. Stop asking, how do I hit the goal? Start asking, what would a disciplined person do right now? And then be that person for the next 5 minutes. Let's be honest about what a life with no discipline actually costs you. It's not the missed workout. It's not the unwritten book. It's not any single skipped day. It's a gap. The gap between who you are and who you could have been. Every undisciplined day feels free. It isn't. You're borrowing from a better version of yourself, and the interest is brutal. That version is real. He's just waiting to be built. One boring rep at a time. But you keep not building him, so he stays a ghost. The talent was there. The potential was there. The discipline to turn it into something wasn't. Years go by and the person you could have been never shows up because nobody ever made him. And that's the real cost. Not a missed habit, a missed life. 2 lessons left. Both are how you make discipline finally stick. Number 6 changes everything. Here's how 9 good days die. You're disciplined for 9 days straight. You feel unstoppable. Day 10, life happens, you miss it. And instead of thinking that's one day, you think, I blew it. I ruined the whole thing. So you miss day 11, then 12, and then you're back to 0, hating yourself. The missed day didn't end your discipline. Your reaction to it did. This is the all-or-nothing trap, and it's a killer. You think discipline means a perfect, unbroken streak. It doesn't. Nobody has that. Not the people you admire, not anyone. Discipline isn't never missing. It's never missing twice. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new bad habit. So when you slip, and you will slip, the only rule that matters is get back on immediately. Not Monday, not next month, the very next chance. One missing block doesn't bring down the tower. Knocking it over yourself does. Drop the perfectionism.